What's good, my peoples? It's your main man Solace here. I want to do this quick video on the all-seeing eye. I did a video yesterday. I was a little bit tipsy. I hope I ain't pissed nobody off. But I meant every word I said, so don't get that ever twisted. A little tipsy or not, I'm going to say what I want. And, just in case you wondering, this is all I was drinking. Goofy, girly shit. And I ain't finished it. So I truly wasn't drunk or none of that. I don't drink. But occasionally I'll have a fruity ass drink. Now, let's get into this all-seeing eye. Because the video I did yesterday was a little harsh. And some of y'all need y'all gifts. Gift wrapped and nice and pretty. This is the only way you can accept it. Some of y'all are truly bougie in this way. So this is that for y'all, so y'all can grasp understanding, because that's all I truly come for. I don't come to argue and play stupid, dumb, goofy games with nobody. I'm truly not a goofy type of guy. I don't even like to play. I don't even like to talk. Now, the all-seeing eye. This is an image that has been seen throughout all history. It's been used throughout all history to say whatever certain civilization wanted it to say. So it's always been changed. It was the Eye of Ra. Now it's the all-seeing eye. It was used in Freemasonry. And it's pretty much even predates those things. Like this all-seeing eye, that image has always been used. Now, men will say it means this. They'll say it means that. Same as civilizations. They'll say it meant this for them and it meant that for that. And all of that's cool. And for some of you, you'll say, well, this is how men become confused because we got the same image being said differently. One group of people say it mean this, another group of people say it mean this. Then they say, no, this, it predates them, so they got to mean this, and so on and so forth. But you don't have to worry about that if you understand the universe and you're going by the all as opposed to what men say. So now we know an eye is for seeing. You know that. That is what it means universally. Anything with an eye or an eye is for seeing. It is for a person to see. So you should use your sight in this life to separate truth from fiction. Simple. The eyes are your guide. Not a man, not a book. The eyes. Now, we must understand this. You can look at things from the manly, bookly perspective, which will lead you to another man or another book. And there's billions of men and billions of books that they've written. So you'll die before you get through them all, and you will never acquire any truth. Meaning something that's solid that you can apply that makes sense. You won't find it that way because that's a never-ending journey. But if you understand universal knowledge, then you can understand looking at things from the universal perspective as opposed to the individual's perspective. Meaning an individual man said this or an individual book said this. But we all have eyes, and when you see a certain image, we all see the same thing. Doesn't matter what we say after that, but we all truly know we think the same thing. So now when we see the eye, we know what an eye is. It doesn't matter who you are or what a man says. A man can say that is the eye of God. A man can say that is the eye of Satan. Another man can say that's just the eye on the dollar bill. It represents the top of the pyramid. So on and so forth. Men can say anything they want, but we know the eye is for seeing. It has nothing to do with speaking. Images are drawn as opposed to written for all to see. So there is no confusion in an image. There's only confusion in writing, in words being spoken, but not in an image. So when we all look at the eye, we all know that is an eye And we all know what an eye means universally. Universally, an eye means for you to see. This is how we grasp things in life, separating real from fake through the eyesight. We all know that. That is universal. Now, the problem is we use our eyes like ears. So you don't use your eyes what they're for. So whenever you see the eye, it doesn't matter who it's placed upon. God, the devil, this or that. The eye means to see, and you should use it as a reference to remind you whenever you see it. Use your sight. You don't have to listen to men because we weren't born with a book or a man attached to us. You were born with eyes attached to you, just like everyone. So everyone has a fair shot to learn the truth. It all depends on that person, whether they use their eyes for what they're for, or if they use their eyes for an extra set of ears. Now, I know you're confused, like what did he mean, use my eyes as ears? Well, when you read what a man wrote, these are the words of that man. You hear a man's words. When you read a man's book, you see his words. But you don't see truth because you're just hearing his words through sight. And then you take that as all-knowing knowledge. Mind you, the book did not create the life. The creator created the eyes, but you use the book as a reference, ignoring what the creator gave you. So it's a deep thing. Think about that. The most valuable thing you was given, which leads to your spirit. Because you have to understand that nothing else on your face leads to your spirit. Only the eyes. Deep, right? Your ears are your ears. It doesn't lead to your spirit, which is your sperm. It don't lead to that. When you swallow food, it don't lead to your spirit. It leads to your innards of your body and you shit it out. When you smell something, it does not go to your spirit. So we got to truly grasp that. On a deep level, your eyes go directly to your spirit. It's a deep thing. Your arms, your limbs, all of these things go to the nerve endings in the spine. But it don't go to the spirit. The eyes go directly to the spirit. So we got to grasp that. You got to use your values. We use what men say. So now your eyes become your ears because you don't use them. And this is why men who can see are called blind. This is why men say that. Man, this dude is lost or he's blind. Man, you blind to the truth. Because you don't use your eyes. You use your ears and then you use your eyes as another set of ears. And this is why brothers say, this is truth because it was written here. That's the reference. Mind you, him telling you what he's telling you is the same as the book telling you what he's telling you. Because that's where he got it from. Mind you, a man wrote that. Life, the creator, the mighty all, does not write books. Books have price tags on them. All of them. You got to grasp that. The only thing you're going to learn from a book is economy and money. And if you truly look at it for what it truly is, you'll see the death of life. Because paper comes from life, living trees. So it's a deep thing. But it's all on how you look. See, you can look at the book and say, man, this book is the greatest thing on earth. It is the word of God, so on and so forth. Any man can say what he wants. We know that. I could look at the book and say that book ain't nothing but a book. One thing is truth. We both see a book. The book was not made by the creator of all. It was made by one of us or something liking to us that didn't create the all. So what's the point of the book if you're talking in terms of true knowledge? See, the creator created us in the I. So why not use the I instead of what the man created? And then there's brothers who actually want to debate me on this. Mind you, how can you debate that? If you think you can debate what you see with what's in a book, you're completely brainwashed. I'm starting to understand men and how the brain becomes washed, meaning cleaned. Can't even remember he has eyes. You can show a man an unk, and he'll use everything he was told and read before he goes with what he literally sees. Because you can place a key right into the unk and literally show like it's a key. And a man will tell you everything he heard from a master teacher and read in a book, completely ignoring what the creator gave him. He goes for what man gave him, the book, the words of a man. He goes with that, doesn't go with what the creator gave. And this is where we're at. I'm just trying to reach y'all, teachers and followers, because at the end of the day, you have to see how that is the beginnings of the trickery. It takes you away from the life. You think you're going to find the truth in everything but the life. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. I know a lot of y'all like, I don't know how to do how you do and read life. I don't know how to do that. I just know how to read the book. You're not breaking down how to read the life. And it's like I'm breaking it down to y'all through my videos. Y'all can see me. You can see the progress. You can see me out on the land. You see me explaining things in terms of what you can see. I don't use the book reference because I don't want y'all to get lost in that. Now, I could use book references. I do sometimes. Just for the purpose of that, so you can see, like, okay, he know the books. If you go to my early videos, you'll see I know the books. I come from the same cloth y'all come from. Books and men. Until I got to a point where I said, I'm not getting nowhere like this. Everybody keeps saying different stuff. Nobody was there when any of this was written or happened. They don't even personally know the authors. So I could never find truth this way. I had to be real with myself. I can't find truth that way because men can keep saying anything they want. It don't matter if I go 10,000 years back. These are still men. The earth started billions of years ago. How am I going to get that truth? And I had to realize you must look at the life, not the book. The life is old as it's so going to be. You got trees here that's thousands of years old. You can get truth from the tree as opposed to the man's book. You can use the man's book and then use the life as the reference. So when you see the unk, you can look around you in life and say, okay, we use keys, and okay, it's a key. And then gain understanding that way. Then when you look at other things that was carved or written that has to do with the unk, then you can have better understanding. Now when you see them dying and they're holding the key, you can grasp better understanding on what they were saying. Because they're not showing babies being born holding the unk, which represents life. That would make sense. When a baby's born, you give him the unk because it represents life. He has life. They give it to the people when they die because it's not life. It is the key to the next ascent. It's a deep thing. This is why I broke down the halls of Amenti and all of that. This is Kemetic shit. I broke that down for a reason so you can understand the spirit of the earth is within the halls of Amenti. The keys to the halls of Amenti is the name of the goddamn chapter in the book. Y'all gotta start to learn to connect the dots on your own. Because when you don't, then others fill in the in-betweens of the dots for you, and then you go with this. Now, I'm not here to slander Kemetic teachers. No. On a personal level, I ain't got no problem with nobody. Everybody's cool with me. We all searching for truth. I'm here to bring the truth. I'm not here to say, oh, this Kemetic brother's stupid. He don't know what he talking about. I just do that to motherfuckers that want to ignore their eyes. Pardon my language. If you go to ignore your eyes and you tell me what a book or a man said, then I have no choice but to speak to you in the manner in which you speaking, which is like a fool. That's foolish. The creator created these. The man created the book. If you can't see past that, what do we need to talk about? You're lost. And this is all I see references being said. This man said this book said this. We damn near worship men, master teachers, and their master teachers. I don't worship no men. I'm not trying to insult master teachers. I'm trying to let any master teacher or any man who holds himself at a high reverence to feel like, no, you're a man. Shut up. I don't want to hear it. And that ain't in no disrespectful manner. It's disrespectful for me when you tell me about master teacher. That's a man. Mind you, I'm learning from the earth, and what I say actually makes more sense than what you're saying that this man said. So you want me to put aside what I've learned from the earth, because no man ever taught me anything. True. And I know some of you will say, well, somebody taught you how to read. Who said reading was good? It got you niggas all fucking confused. Everybody reading and interpreting different things out they read. What they reading. 5 people read the same book, got a whole different story. So you tell me, where is that a good thing? Because I've never seen the universe of the creator right. I just see him create. And the things he create have life. And you can see what they do to gain understanding. You can look at men and look at history. And as opposed to trying to gain understanding of life through that, you can gain understanding to see that men have always been lost. For some reason, it seems like ever since this Satan story, men always been lost. Even if you, Adam and Eve, whatever first 2 people you want to name. Because y'all got everything fairy tale way. So whatever your religion you in and whatever first 2 people you want to name, starts off with them being lost. But y'all reach for men in their books. Shit is crazy. Adam and Eve was lost. Think about it. They fucked up in the beginning. And ever since then, men have been lost. So when you read in the book, why you don't see that? As opposed to pulling and trying to alter the book in your mind to make sense and say, no, what they meant was this. Why don't you just look at the book and say, damn, men always been lost. Even when they write about other men, this shit don't make no sense. And they clearly telling you that men have been lost. You read the Bible, they killing each other talking about this, my God is more realer than your God, and this is the true God, and so on and so forth. Lost shit. God ain't about killing. God is about creating. The creator is the creator. Creates. It's not about killing. Even in destroying, it's to bring forth new. So there's never a moment of killing or destroying within this life if you're looking from a universal aspect. Anything that is destroyed is reborn. Caterpillar dies, reborn, butterfly. It lived on a low level of life, crawling on its belly, to die and ascend to be beauty, living within the atmosphere on a whole nother level in frequency. The universe do not destroy and kill. So if you read something that's speaking in this manner and it's giving reference to God or the mighty all of the creator, you should have common sense enough to know that's bullshit. Seriously, think on everything I just said. Even if you gotta watch the video twice, think on that. I know all you've been born into is books and what men been telling you. But it means nothing. Me pulling from the universe, I understand science. People think I'm a scientist. I understand history. When I read the ancient books, I understand that. I understand all things through understanding how the universe works and looking through with eyesight. Look how deep that is. The young man looks at the earth and the things within it from a different perspective, not looking at these things as what they say or do is right, but just looking at in a whole at what they do and connecting everything that's to be connected. And the only way you can connect things is through seeing. This is how you acquire knowledge on a universal aspect. I can listen to a man tell me an eye means this, or I can just go with the universe knowing that we all have eyes and we all see. So whatever I need to know, it got to do with me seeing and not being told shit. Therefore, if a man is telling me the spirit is the breath of God, or it's this or that, then he must show me it. And if he can't, it's on me if I'm going to be lost or not. Because the universe is here. It's going to be here when that man dies, him and his words. And the same thing's going to be happening when he dies. Has no control over his own life, but you take his words in high reverence. You take his books with the price tag on it in high reverence. This is a deep thing. And it's not about money or selling of books. It's about how did you let entertainment become your truth. Because anything a man creates is truly just for the entertainment or the desires of the living on this life. Has nothing to do with the actual life and the learning of the ascent of it. We got to get to a true understanding. Understand, ancient civilizations, these are just men. The greater the civilization, the more lost they were into the worldly desires. You cannot attain universal knowledge if you are distracted by the worldly desires. It's so deep, I can barely watch TV now. I put on movies and I can't even watch them. I find myself acquiring knowledge, completely blacked out to what's on TV. So once you start to acquire true knowledge, the worldly things that you do and seek out, you won't, because the knowledge will have your full attention. I was trying to watch Empire the other night. Couldn't. Went outside. I would rather go to the goddamn land. I sit there and watch that like TV. That shit is amazing once you start to see and understand. Like, damn, look what the bird did. It's deep. We gotta truly get to a level of understanding. Men gonna tell you anything they want for forever. Pull from the things that the creator of all gave you. Grasp understanding. Pull for things that are telling you to go to that. This is what makes me different than them. They're telling you about men. I'm telling you about the universe and how to acquire your knowledge from that. I am not trying to teach you what I'm saying. I'm trying to teach you how to do what I'm doing by explaining all the stupid shit y'all talk about. This is what I'm doing. All the dumb stuff y'all talk about, I am breaking it down to its simplest form because I understand on a greater level than all of that minute stuff y'all talking about. And this is why it makes perfect sense. And I know it ruffles feathers and it makes people jealous. But that's not what I'm doing it for. I'm doing it so you can see. Ain't hard to do what I'm doing. It's easier to do this than I acquire way more knowledge in an hour of just looking than you're going to acquire in a knowledge in an hour of reading a book. It's deep. It's your main man Solace, man. I hope somebody got something out of that. So that when I bring these new videos, breaking down new shit, y'all grasp and don't be lost. Because a lot of people be asking me questions in this videos for it. Person asks me, can you explain death? I'm like, yo, it's a video. It's 200 videos on YouTube. You don't have to ask me nothing. Just go find a video. They all titled. I'm sure whatever you ask me, it got a title somewhere. This is why I dropped the videos. Go watch the videos. Then if you don't grasp something in the video, then ask me a question. But make sure before you ask the question that it ain't a video for it. Simple. It's your main man Solace, man. Y'all enjoy y'all day. I'm about to eat breakfast. I'm stopping.